everyone. Today we're going to talk about my new team, my Vivillion team. And today I'm going to talk about why Vivillion is such a good Pokemon that is really underrated. So let's talk about this team, right? Here we got a Calyrex Shadow, right? With the spell tag, with the Astral Barrage, Nasty Plot, Protect, and Psychic. We have Vivillion Polar with Focus Sash, Terra Ghost, Friend Guard, Rage Powder, Tailwind, Pollen Puff, Protect. Rillaboom with Assault Vest, Grassy Glide, Fake Out, Wood Hammer, and U-Turn. We have Pelipper with the Wide Guard, Hurricane, Weather Ball, Mist. Mist is a very interesting move. So if you don't know, Mist is a move that prevents stat drops. And Urshifu, Rapid Strike, Mystic Water, Surging Strike, Aqua Jet, Close Combat, and Detect. And for Giraffes, Hyper Voice, Psychic, Noise, Protect, and Trick Room. So let's talk about the team. So the Calyrex Shadow is a really cool set. I was using Psychic before. It was cool, right? And Astral Barrage Nasty Plot is just honestly one of the meta sets. It's a more meta set for Calyrex Shadow, and I think it's really good. So we should probably talk about Vivillion now. Vivillion is a Focus Sash Friend Guard mon, and it is able to help defend its allies with Friend Guard, which means your allies will take less damage, just like Clefairy. And it's got Rage Powder, so it's redirection just like Clefairy, except it doesn't work on grass types. It's got Tailwind, help your speed boost, get the speed going, you know? As long as we got speed, we're good, right? You know, Tailwind is so good. And you know what? I really noticed it, right, from the World Championships. The first match on stream had Tailwind, Roaring Moon, and Follow Me, Clefairy, and I'm just like, why aren't we combining it both together with Vivillion? It takes up a whole slot. And you're probably wondering, yeah, the type's bad. It'll lose to Koraidon. It can't do well against all the Pokemon that are super effective against it. Well, that actually is a lot going for it, because this means you get a fast, easily out KO'd, so you could get your fake out user like Rillaboom, you could get your offensive Pokemon. You really just need one turn to redirect, and you could be set up with a Nasty Plot, you could have Tailwind up, you could have so much done. And if they're not respecting your Vivillion, you're great, you're fine. So basically, they're forced to target the Vivillion, and if not, you're going to get a Tailwind up. And if they do things like Snarl to you, this is why we have Mist on Pelipper. Just prevent stat drops, right? Incineroar wants to intimidate your Rillaboom, prevent stat drops with Mist. Mist, while rarely gets clicked, it's really good. Because, yeah, most of the time with Pelipper, you are going to want to use its Life Orb boosted attacks, or its Wide Guard, but I think that's why you don't run Tailwind either. I would rarely click it if it had Tailwind. I think Mist just gets so much better usage, especially if you're faster than Incineroar. That 4 speed, 12 speed, 0 speed Incineroar is perfect. You may be thinking electric types really do hurt this team, and yeah, it's true. But when you're outspeeding all the electric types with Calyrex Shadow, they really aren't that much of a threat. And you could redirect them with Vivillion, who can at least take one electric type attack. You also have Rillaboom as a good resistance, and for a Giraffe can prevent Raging Bolt's Thunderclaps. This is really good, and I think you really just need to see this team out. I think it's really good, and I think it's going to be pretty good. So why did I make a video on this team? Well, that's just because this is the team I've been running, right? So if you run into this team on ladder, watch out. Alright, well, looks like this is my opponent. Alright, Koraidon teams. One is a natural prey for this team. Now, watch as what happens when we use a pairing of Calyrex Shadow and Vivillion. Maybe we should change the weather with Pelipper. And honestly, for the last Pokemon, I'm feeling both Urshifu and Rillaboom could really work out here. I think I'm going to end up going with... for a Giraffe's not bad either. But I think I'm going to go with Rillaboom for the great priority that it has here. And let's see what happens. Let's see if my opponent decides to go or not. 60 seconds. This is getting edited out. Fluttermane. Ogerpon Heartflame. Alright, well, let's see. What do we do here, right? So, Fluttermane is a big threat with the Shadow Ball. We have access to Nasty Plot and Rage Powder. Now, here's the thing. They could boost their Ogerpon's damage by Terra Ring, but then they'll suddenly be redirected by Rage Powder. And if not, we could easily take the hit thanks to our Friend Guard. Friend Guard is just so useful. It's been useful on Clefairy, it's really useful on Vivillion. One thing with this team I would mention is that Vivillion is really only useful on teams that run Rain. So it's definitely not the thing that you run everywhere, right? So let's see, we Rage Powder here. They had Thunder Wave. Looks like we were able to catch them. I wonder if I could try setting up a Tailwind here. Being able to set up a Tailwind means I am not threatened by this Letter Main whatsoever, and I could just sweep their whole team. I think I got in a good position. Alright, so they're swapping in their Raging Bolt. They get the Photosynthesis boost. They tried to Thunder Wave. And we got the Tailwind up. Let's go. Alright, we're going to Astral Barrage and Rage Powder away their Thunderclap. Hopefully this should work. Ah, no, the Paralysis. But Friend Guard keeping us alive. Ooh, and that's a double KO. Looks like they're not going to be able to take this anymore. And they've already forfeited.